What up, YouTube? It's Blake the Matchbox, Blake the Spinal, Blake the Mike Spiegel, whatever you want to call me, as long as you put the Blake before it. Bang. And I'm back again. The first video messed up. Now this one's messing up. So, it might be the audio interface. I'm going to turn this off and switch out mics. Gains, let's see. Gains, and it's good. It's just it's the microphone. It was the microphone. It was the mic that was doing it. Okay, so I'm back to talking, and I'm back to killing this YouTube shit. Now, where can I start at? As I put in the last video. It started when I was young. I'm trying to think on where it started at. My porn addiction actually really took off. Man, let me think. Well, I would say I was in high school. I was in my bedroom. I was watching TV. I think something inappropriate had game on. You know, as kids, we get into all kind of bullshit when we little. And I seen this stuff start coming out of my, down there. And I'm like, what the hell? And I put my hands together and I seen the sticky stuff. I was like, what in the hell? I didn't tell nobody, though. I didn't tell my mom or nothing. And I was like, I was playing with it. I was like, oh shit, what the hell is this coming out of me? Like, I was scared as shit, yo. Like, I was just scared to death. And I looked it up. I think I looked it up or something. I was like, oh shit, it's sperm. And I was nutting. And that was the start of it, yo. Like, that was the start of me really busting off. Just seeing that come out of me, and then I was in high school and shit, and it was a lot of females and stuff. They would play with my hair and shit. Like, they would play with my. I had like braids and shit, and they would rub their fingers and shit through my hair, and they would say like freaky shit to me and shit. So I would just go home and start busting off to that. I was like, oh shit, oh yeah. And I would just like imagine their head, like imagine their faces and stuff. And I would just go home and just boom, 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 boom. And just weird shit, man. Just weird. Like what females would say and what they would have on. Like, it was girls in my class that would have like thongs on and shit, and I would just go home and jerk off to that. Like, this one girl, like, she was sitting next to me. She was a white girl, and she always wore a thong. And like, every time she got up out of her seat to go to the restroom and shit, her thong would be showing, and I would just picture, like, she would talk to me like in a freaky way type shit. Like, she was kind of into me, but I really didn't peep it like that because I was so young, dumb, and green. I didn't know what the hell was going on. And I just didn't know game and shit like that back then. So like, every time she went to the restroom, and like, I would see her thong, and I would go home and bust off to that. Like, oh shit, yeah, she got a thong on. It's just all kinds of weird shit, yo. So it was like me getting started. Like, it's a lot of weird stuff that I'm not gonna mention on here. I may talk about that one day. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the hell is wrong with my interface, yo. It's like messing up for some reason. Let's see. It used to be like chicks in my neighborhood and shit. They used to be like they used to be in love with me and shit. And I remember this one chick that I was kind of in love with, but like we always had got into it and shit. But she really liked me. She was just fronting in front of her other friends and shit. And she had bought me some flowers. Like she bought me some flowers. She's like, "Here you go, Blake," and shit. And I went in the house and I shut my door and I jerked off to her giving me flowers and shit. I was like, I was just so fucking weird. Like I was a weird kid. Like I would just jerk off to the weirdest shit, like what a female would do for me or do to me. Just by talking to, like if a female talked to me, I would just like jerk off to it. I was gonna go home in my room and just jerk off to it. Like it was how bad I was addicted to jerking off. But like the internet hit, like I can't even remember the first time I fucking jerked off. Yeah, I do remember the first time I jerked off to porn. I'm not gonna bring it up on here because it's a little too much. I don't want my video getting taken down because you're not supposed to. It's not supposed to be so inappropriate on here. You got kids and stuff watching this. I'm really not supposed to be talking about this too much, but I'm gonna talk about it anyway. But I just don't want my channel getting shut down from talking about my experiences and stuff. It's just so many stories I got, and I can't even remember them all. I might have to write them down for y'all and tell y'all about all the experiences I had. Let me think. It was this white chick that was named Megan. She was in my 9th grade class. I used to always go home and jerk off to her. She was a big girl, but she always wore skirts and shit, so I could always see her panty line. Like I could always see her panties under her skirts and shit. And she liked me. She always talked to me, and I would just go home and jerk off to her. It was a white chick named Jamie. I would go home and jerk off to her every day. She would sit next to me and flirt with me and shit. So I was like just busting off, just busting, like every day, nonstop. Now, I mean, I'm in high school. I wasn't jerking off like, I wasn't jerking off like 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day. That came later years, but I went home and jerked off like every time I got out of school. I went home, shut the door, and jerked off. Let's see what else. So Megan, Jamie, it's just so many. It's just black chicks that was like on some freaky shit. They would like you could see their underwears and shit in class. You could see their booty cracks and shit. And I would just go home and jerk off to that. And like, I'd tell you a weird one, like that's fucking weird as shit. I might save it for the next video, but basically, like, it was just, I'm not gonna get into too much to it, but basically, this chick had like, I always had to go to the restroom, and like, I hope they don't shut my video down, but she always had to go to the restroom, and she was like, "Oh my god, I gotta go take a shit," and like she would always look at me. She would always look at me when she had to go take a dump. She always look at me, and she had, when you handled her business, she come back in class, and she looked at me. She was like, "Oh my god, that felt so good." Like she looked directly at me, just like, "Nigga, I know you like this. I know you like this nasty shit, nigga. I'm telling you this because you like this. This is like my shit was getting hard as shit. Like I was on brick mode in class like all the time because she was just nasty. Like she would like fart like in front of me and shit. So she was like she wanted me to like, enjoy the freaky shit, yo. Like she wanted me to. Like she was trying to do that shit to turn me on because she's like, this little nigga's nasty as shit. Because other guys and other girls in the class was like, "E," you know what I'm saying? It was like, "E, what the fuck?" You talking about going to take a dump and shit. Like, and me, I'm a fucking weirdo. I'm fucking strange as shit. So she's like, "Okay, this little nigga, he likes this shit. I'm gonna turn him on every time I gotta do my business." So, so it was just, I grew into like chicks like farting and taking dumps and shit. And I was in art class one day, and this big chick, she was light skinned. I forgot her name though. I think her name was something. I forgot her name, but she was kind of cute. She was big and cute and sexy and had nice hair. She had kept her haircut short and colors and shit, but she looked good for a big girl. And like, she didn't like me at all. Like, I kind of could tell she liked me, but she didn't like me. Like, she would kind of like pick on me a little bit and shit, because I was getting like bullied and shit like in school. So I was like the green one. Like, I was the one, the outsider. Like, I didn't fit in with nobody. I didn't have a big crowd and shit. I couldn't, but I had buddies and stuff. I sat at with the lunch table, but like in class and shit, I was alone. So we was in art class, and the bell rang, and she was like, "Oh my god, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go take a shit." And I told my buddy looked at me, and I looked at him. I was like, "Bro, did you hear what she said?" She was like, "Yeah, she said she gotta go take a shit." That's what he told me, because I feel like he was turned on by the shit too. And then he was like, Blake, he was like, "Well, Blake, what are you gonna fucking do? You like that shit? What are you gonna go jerk off to it?" Oh my god, bro. I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm telling y'all all this shit, but so yeah, I did go home and I jerked off like fucking 4 times to it, and that was just like the start of like me falling in love with chicks taking a dump and shit and farting and all that nasty shit. And then as the years progressed, I had got into other weird fetishes. I'm not gonna mention on here. So, but yeah, a lot of different weird fetishes, man. I'm not gonna. I might explain them one day, but I would just, every time a teacher would bend over or something, I would just bust a load. Just every time I would, saw something nasty enough to that turn me on, I would just bust, go home and bust. Like, I couldn't stop busting at all. Like, I could not stop busting. It was always chicks in school and stuff they was talking about. Like, I remember one time after school, there was these 2 chicks, and we was waiting on the TARC bus, and they was like, "Oh my god, I gotta go take a shit," and then they kept on holding their stomachs, and they was farting and shit, and then they got on the fucking TARC bus. They was in the back seat, and I was on like the side row seats. And then they was telling a story, like all us guys was back there with them, and them two, the 2 chicks was telling a story to each other, and they was like, "Hey girl, do you remember when we went to that party and we blew those toilets up?" I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, what the fuck? I looked at him, and the other dudes looked at him. I guess they was getting turned on by the shit too, man. Like, guys is weird, man. You like people think I'm just weird. Like, it's a lot of weird guys out here that like that freaky shit. Like, so I mean, yeah, man. I might cut this off because I don't know if my camera's gonna keep playing. So it might not let me end up saving this video. I'm gonna get back to y'all in the next video and tell y'all some more about this stuff. Like, share, subscribe, support, comment, keep rocking with your boys. Blake the Matchbox, Blake the Spinal, Blake the Spiegel, whatever you want to comment. Always put the Blake before it. Bang. On to the next one. One love.